Hey guys. So I cut my hair today. Basically what happened was the Let Me School You channel first started. When the Let Me School You channel first started, I had short hair. And it's very similar to the cut that I have now. The cut that I have now is much longer in the front. And since I wrote my book, I'm using a picture from like way back in the day. And I kind of wanted it to match. So this is it. What do you guys think? It's like a modern take on that original haircut because I didn't want to lose the length in the front because I really like it. I'm actually thinking I probably should cut it. What do you think? I probably should. But I just love it. I love it. I'm happy. My mom was like, don't cut it. My sister was like, I was like, I'm definitely cutting it now. Rebellion. Seriously. Oh, bummer. I was hoping that my glasses were here. So I have like my epic Let Me School You glasses, which are just basic IMAX movie theater glasses that you get for like the 3D movies, and then I just pop the lenses out. Yeah, I said it. These were the first glasses I ever popped the lenses out of. That's like my signature thing. I got these when I worked at Bloomingdale's in like 1998. That's like 21 years ago. And they are Andrea something. I still have the case, I'll show you. So I popped the lenses out of this because they were clear. And I don't know why, because one fell out and then I just popped them out. And I've been wearing glasses without lenses ever since. Let me see. Andrea, it's right here. I still have the case. Andrea something, Jovine? Yeah. Andrea Jovine. I just came from a Boylesque show, which was awesome. If you know anything about me, which you guys don't because I don't really talk about myself. I love burlesque. Oh my god. I'm also an eBay seller selling this dress, Ralph Lauren. For a Ralph Lauren executive, she gave me like 80 pieces of clothes to sell for her. And I'm just really happy right now. So I'm a little buzzed. Not really. I don't drink alcohol anymore. I used to drink. But I went out to the show, and it's called Boylesque. And it's basically burlesque with boys. And I would put the footage on here, but I don't know if it would kick me off of the channel. But I met this guy from Pennsylvania that looks like David Spade. But a younger David Spade. And he was like, you're gorgeous. And I was like, oh, we're still going to be friends. And now we're friends. So he's like, I hope to, he's like, I'm going to see you soon. I'm like, I know. He grabbed my phone, put his contact information in, and I was like, I have a new gay friend. He was totally gay. The guy that was with him was like all over him because he was talking to me. And he was like, are we going? What's good? Anyway, I love the gay community. Like when I was growing up, my mom used to always have drag queens in the house. When I was like a teenager, and I was like, isn't that Eric? And she's like, yes, Marita, sometimes men dress up like women. And that was it. And then she walked away, and I was like, what the fuck? Los maricones is what she called them, which was okay in the 80s. It's like a big deal now, but that's like me saying retarded now. People get freaked out, and I'm like, it's not a big deal. That word is not a big deal when you look at the context and the person that was raised in that time and how they used it. It's kind of like this new movie that's coming out. It's called American Pickle. When you watch it, you'll get what I'm saying. It's like this guy says things that to him are not offensive because in his time and when he was around, it wasn't offensive. But everybody's getting offended now, and it's like, dude, relax. It's not necessarily the word. It's the intention behind the word. You know what I'm saying? So if your intention behind the word is negative and manipulative and maniacal and malicious, then yeah, there's a problem. But if you're saying it because it's like colloquial language and it's how you grew up and you don't see anything wrong with it and you're not coming from a place of hate or anger, then you need to just relax. Like, yeah, you can educate the person on the word, but then it's up to that person to decide whether or not they choose to never use the word again. I think our society is way too fucking sensitive. And that's the problem, because at least in the past, we knew who the racists were. We just accepted them. We're like, oh yeah, that guy, he hates everybody. Like, he's racist, he's this, he's that. That's, you know, Big Bob or Jim or whatever. Like, whatever. He's harmless, right? But we knew. We knew. Now we don't know. We don't know because we live in such a politically correct society that people can't express themselves, which is why Trump is the president right now. And we need to own that. He's the president because so many people are suppressed and they're so angry. And here comes a guy talking free, the way we used to be in the 80s and the 90s, free to be ourselves. And they're like, I like that guy. And then they vote for him. Stop being so fucking sensitive, people. Seriously. You and all of this culture created that. Accept people for who they are. Let the racists be racist. Let everybody else be who they are. And just know. Be like, I know that guy's a racist. I'm not stepping on his lawn. I'm going to walk around it. But you know. You know, instead of him being like, hey, how you doing? And then all of a sudden the purge happens. You know what I mean? Like, because they're so suppressed that they need to let it out. No. We're all completely different beings. Chilling on the same planet. There are boundaries. There are barriers. There are people that live in the middle of nowhere that got guns that say, get off my property. And you better get off their property real quick. You know what I mean? So, chill. Chill. With all the words. I know. I'm very happy. Because I love the gay community. I love being around them. When I was in high school, I volunteered. We had to volunteer because I went to Catholic school. So I volunteered for the Gay Men's Health Crisis. And I volunteered for Life Beat the Music Industry Fights AIDS. And they did a dance-a-thon. And it was freaking amazing. Madonna was supposed to show up. She didn't. But it was awesome. And then the Gay Men's Health Crisis had the walk. I got to go to a bunch of concerts for free with Life Beat. It was like one of the best concerts I've ever been to. Like, everybody was there. It was Urban Beat for Aid or something like that. Or Urban Life Beat for Aid. Something like that. And Salt and Pepper was there. Method Man, Brandy. I think Monica was there. I have a list somewhere, but it was like everybody who's anybody at that time was there singing. Mary J. Blige was there. Run DMC was there. Busta Rhymes was there. Q-Tip, I think, was there. Everybody was there. Like, everybody who was anybody was there performing. It was like the best concert ever. Me and my friend Rosie went because we both volunteered together. My cat just knocked down my whole studio, but it's okay because I love her and she's really hyper because I'm here. And it was awesome. So now you know a little bit more about me. And that's another thing that I wanted to mention. Yes, I do highlight the best parts of my life. So when I say like I'm smart and my mom did a lot for me, she did. And I did have I had an amazing upbringing compared to most when you do the comparison, right? However, I've also been through a lot of stuff to the point where people are like, it's amazing that you turned out as normal as you did. And I was like, you think this is normal? Okay. But it is like the way that I've conformed to society and I'm able to move up the ladder and the things that I've done and I've achieved. And it's because I've chosen to focus only on the positive. I've been through a lot, guys. Like, there's things that like I hear people go through and I'm like, damn. But then I'm like, you guys don't even know. And you never will. Because I'll never talk about it because it's in the past. And what's the point of bringing up the past? You know, you got to live in the present. You got to move towards the future. You got to focus on the positive. And that's all that matters. Nobody's perfect. Oh, I'm far from perfect, but I'm really cute. But seriously, like, so I just wanted to say that because a lot of people are like, oh my God, but you had the perfect life. So you don't know what it is to struggle. You know, it's one thing to like have nothing, have everything, and then have nothing again and have to rebuild it from scratch. That's the true test, you know? But yeah, I get it. I get how people can judge me. But I worked hard to be who I am. I studied, I worked hard, I studied languages. Right now I'm taking Japanese again. I took 3 years of Japanese and now I'm studying it again because I want to learn it and know it. And then next I'm going to do Greek. And then after that I might do Hebrew. But this is who I am. You know, it's kind of like if I'm not in a relationship, which I never am, I'm perpetually single, which I'm okay with. I realized when I was driving in the car that like I made a decision a long time ago when I was a kid that I was never going to get married and I was never going to have kids. I was going to adopt, and I never saw a man in my life. I'm straight. I'm not going to be a lesbian. But I never saw that. Now, I could be wrong because the universe is like, oh, you think that's the plan? Oh, yeah, that's mad cute, Myra. Here's the real truth. Like, this is what's really going to happen. But I never did. I just didn't. And I tried to conform to society and what everybody wanted from me. My mom was like, you got to get married. You have to have kids. To the point where, like, whenever she met anybody, she'd be like, please help my daughter. I just want her to get married and have kids. I want grandbabies. And I'm like, bitch, that's not working. Like, that's going to make people run. And it did. It made everybody run. I'm like, you need to stop doing that when I enjoy. Like, I would meet a guy that day and I'd be going to a family party. And I'm like, hey, you want to come to a family party with me? Because that's how I am. And then they would come to the family party just to hang out. Like, you're not the guy. I don't even like this guy. But this is how I always was. I was always taught to bring everybody home. My mom needed to meet them before I hung out with them. Right? I know it sounds crazy, but those were the rules. So to this day, if I meet somebody and I'm on my way to a party, I'll be like, hey, you want to come with me? It's like, and I make mad friends that way. Or I'm going to like an event and I'm like, hey, I got free tickets. You want to go? You know, like I met this kid on a task. His name is Duran Shields or D Shields. And I think, I forgot the name of his website. I think it's dshields.com or duranshields.com. He does fashion and music. I bought a song on iTunes. It's pretty cool. And I met him on a task, and I had won these extra tickets to the Global Citizen Festival. And I was like, hey, do you want to go to the Global Citizen Festival? I got extra tickets. He's like, sure. So I gave him and his boyfriend an extra pair of tickets, and they went to the festival. I never saw them. I never hung out with them. That's just who I am. Like, whatever. If we would have hung out, that would have been awesome. If not, whatever. Another day, I was on a task with this guy named Vaughn. My aunt was having a party, and with like a food truck, and like it was like all this stuff. And that's when they announced that my cousin was pregnant. And I was like, but I didn't know that. I found out there. And I met this kid and I was like, hey, you want to come to a party with me? It's like a house party. It's going to be food. It's going to be cool. Lots of alcohol. He's like, yeah, no doubt. So I brought him with me and everybody was on his case. They thought that was my boyfriend. I was like, yo, I just met this kid like 3 hours ago. We did a job. Well, 5 hours ago. We did a job together. I showed everybody the picture. That's it. I don't know him. I'm not going to date him. I'm probably never going to see him again. I just invited him, you know? But people like to like, but yeah, I'm babbling. So I had a great night at Burlesque. I'm full and revived, full of energy. I'm happy. Nothing can break me down right now. I'm just so happy right now. I love just art and expression and joy and energy and just like freedom. And I believe I'm here to teach people how to be free, which is why I do so much, to show people that there are no limitations. You can do whatever you want. Stop believing what they tell you, like focus on one thing, only do the one thing. Okay, that could work, but there's so much out there. Why would you just want to focus on one thing? And then that's basically it. So I'm done. I wanted to show you guys a new haircut. I think it's kind of cute. I don't know. I mean, I know I can maintain it because I've done it already. I know my room is a mess. Duh. You think things are gonna change? Yo, I'm telling you right now, I could be a millionaire and my room will still be a mess. Well, probably not because I might have a maid. But I probably wouldn't, because I think I would live a very humble life and I would take that money and like I would still buy my, you know, some secondhand Chanel's. Yeah, I would like to walk into it like a Givenchy and a YSL and a Chanel and just go in there and just buy whatever I want, like spend $20,000-$15,000, whatever, and just go crazy, because why not, right? But I understand that for every $5,000 bag that I buy, I can help somebody whose house is going to be foreclosed. For every $5,000 bag that I buy, I can help somebody have rent for 2 to 3 months that has 3 kids and they don't know how they're going to get by. With that same $5,000 that I was going to spend on a bag, I could help a community eat for the month. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't foresee myself being one of these crazy spenders. Like, I know that's what they want you to do. That's why they allow you to have the money, so that you can go out there and create this perpetual like cycle of like wanting to be like a baller, going to strip clubs and spending money and buying LV and buying Gucci. Let me tell you something about LV. Okay, I'm gonna pull out some bags and do another video. LV in the 80s, that quality was fire. LV now is some bullshit. I bought a bag I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna make a video. It's gonna be LV in the past and LV now. Gucci in the past, Gucci now. You'll see the difference in the material, the quality, the colors. It's not the same. More people are investing in secondhand bags because of the quality. The quality that's coming out now to hit the masses and to make sure that everybody has the bag that they want, it's horrible. So as much as I love these designers, I'm not spending my money on a $1,500 for a Louis Vuitton case. Gracias, pero no thank you. I'd rather help somebody who's struggling. You know, I'd rather pay a starving artist's rent for a month or 2 so that they can go and create something. Create themselves and not be stressed out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's it.